Oh my god, what's it been, like a freaking decade or something? Jesus Christ. Feels like forever since I've done one of these videos. Welcome everybody, I am the movie Phantom. And yes, it has been, shit, I don't know, like a month? I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting jittery. I'm going through withdrawals. I mean, this is worse than like any dry spell I've went through without buying a DVD. I'm just like, oh god, I need to do a video. Computer's not fixed, but my uncle's. His is crapped out too, actually. I'm using his. So, the fam show, you know, Movie Fans Horror Review is back on. Now, with that said, I gotta make the announcement. There will not be a show this upcoming week. I'm sure by the time you get... This is kind of like... I'm not trying to substitute, I guess. I mean, here's my video. Here's a video right here. But, yeah, as far as like a full-fledged episode, we won't do another episode until the following week. Because young Misery Black, she is in the school play. And I'm loading up the Corn Children, Maya, and we're driving to go check it out. So, yeah. Boom. So, yeah. So we'll be back. Hopefully back on schedule. I'm not gonna lie, that first episode back is gonna be fucking long. Like, I know, like, I'm known for just doing ridiculously long videos anyways. Well, you know, hold tight because we got a lot of shit get caught. Mostly movies. We got a lot of movies that have been out since I've been gone. Namely Evil Dead. Yeah. Some other movies, like I said, there's some stuff that's coming out. In fact, I think the last episode I was going to talk about like the upcoming movies of April, and here we are, it's already May. So, yeah, we got a month of movies to get caught up on, as well as the movies coming up in May. So, another thing I want to say is I want to thank everybody out there. Like, I literally, like, I had no computer at all. I was getting to the library every chance I could, over a friend's house, just doing everything I can to check the computer. And, man, you guys were really awesome. I mean, everybody out there was hitting me up one way or another. I want to thank every single person. I mean, I don't want to go through a list because I'll forget people and I'll just feel like a dick. But seriously, thank you everybody. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. And once again, once this weekend's over, I should have time to start watching your guys' videos again. I will get back into the swing of things. So, thank you once again. Another thing you may notice is the background has changed. Actually, we do kind of a wraparound, which you will notice if we have more guests, the camera will be more over there, facing this way. I won't go through every little thing I got up, but yeah, I was originally, and I've been promising this for a while, I was going to rearrange the layer. Just got a new DVD rack, and the thing is, the layer is a little bit smaller than people would probably believe. Or maybe you don't, maybe you're like, I assume this layer is small. Anyways, yes, the layer is small, so when I got this new, massive rack in, I didn't have a whole lot of places to move. Like, I had a whole idea in my head, like, I'm going to rearrange everything, and it didn't work out at all the way I planned. At all. Like, I literally had to, like, rearrange, Anyways, what remained the same was this corner right here, actually. Everything else kind of changed, but this corner right here stayed the same. So, I was like, you know what? I've been gone for, like, a month. Let me at least redo the background. If anything else, let me just redo the background. So, I did. I just threw up random things up here, and, yeah. Got Kleenex box. That's not scary. That's not horror. I'm gonna put the Kleenex box down here. You didn't see that. Anyway, so yeah, boom. Now, as you can probably already tell from the title, I forget which side title's up, here, up or down. This is my DVD update video. So yeah, there's I got a town nearby that has a half-price books store. They also sell DVDs, and yeah, dude, they got like killer deals on DVDs. Like, I'm talking like $1 a piece, less than $1 a piece. I mean, box sets for like $2 or $3. I mean, it's just unreal. Decent selection, and so I went up there not too long ago. It's been a little bit ago because I was going to do this video like mid-April, and I just didn't. Excuse me. And it's late. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. Fam had changed on that. He still makes his videos late, and then bitches about it as he makes them. So, yeah, but a lot of these DVDs I got are movies that, like, I should have already had kind of thing. Like, none of them will be, like, spectacular, or nothing's going to, like, pop out like, oh, wow, damn. No, it's like, you're literally going to be like, wow, why don't you already have that? Well, because I just never got around to getting them. Or I just felt like I ain't going to pay more than $1 for it, and now I got it. So, without any further ado, without me trying to milk this out any longer like I always do, let's get down to it. Alright, first I bought Austin Powers in Goldmember. This was, at the time, my least favorite of the trilogy. And for some reason, like, my second favorite's this first one. I don't own it. I should, but I just never got around to buying it. But they had this up there. Once again, I paid $1 for it. And I remember when I watched it, I thought it was okay, but I was just like, eh. Dude, I watched it not too long ago, and I'm like literally in tears. Like, this is the funniest fucking thing ever. Like, I still think 2's my favorite. 2's definitely my favorite. But this was just gold. Like, I don't know. It was literally gold. My shitty pun. And yeah, I don't know. Really good stuff. I really dig it. Another comedy here. Not much horror. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Movie fans will be a horror guy. Not a lot of horror this time around. This I got Balls of Fury. There's another just kind of goofy, funny thing. I didn't realize that the dudes from Real 911 directed this, or Robert directed it, and then the other dude that plays Dangle co-wrote it with him. But yeah, really just, you know, funny shit. Christopher Walken's great in this. Alright, pick this up there. This is actually, I got a couple of them here that was in a quarter rack. They actually had DVDs for a quarter up there. Now, I wasn't just buying to stock my collection, you know, I don't do that. I buy everything here because, you know, for one reason or another. I have, and I mentioned way back when I did my comedy section, I had, it's supposed to be the Abbott and Costello show. It's titled the Abbott and Costello show, but it's actually the Colgate Comedy Hour. But it was like it had like 2 episodes that was actually hosted by Abbott and Costello. Well, I got, right here, it's the Colgate Comedy Hour Volume 2, and it's I guess it's an episode or maybe 2. I'm not sure exactly how many are on here, or maybe more. It's like 120 minutes, shit. That's like 4 episodes, maybe more. Anyways, it's the ones that are hosted by Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. And I've only seen a couple, maybe even one Martin and Lewis movie. But yeah, I figured, you know what, for a quarter, I'll check this out, see how I like it. Can't go lower on a quarter. Another quarter buy right here was, this is called the Critics' Choice Horror Classics. And the only reason I bought this is because I have never seen White Zombie. I'm a huge fan of the band White Zombie. And I buy a shitload of those like public domain horror box sets, and somehow every one of them I bought has not had White Zombie on it yet. So I found a 2-pack here that had Carnival of Souls, which I already have, which is fucking awesome, and White Zombie. And I was like, I don't know how I have yet to see White Zombie, so I went ahead and picked it up. So maybe a review coming in the future. I don't know, but yeah, that's that. And I also got a little cartoon. I have like a Casper the Friendly Ghost cartoon on there. So yes, that's that. Okay, this movie I loved when I was a kid, and then watch it now. It's a fucking generic romantic comedy, but I think I love the soundtrack to it, and I think just the fact that like it has, I have fond memories of it when I was a kid. So I still have like kind of like it's high on my list, but I'll be honest with you, just being the critical dick that I am, I can just see like this is just so fucking boring and generic. And Honeymoon in Vegas, Nick Cage, James Caan. I'm not gonna mention that bitch's name. I don't like her. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's still a decent, you know, thing. I don't know. I still like it. But once again, I mean, it is just very, you know, it's so-so. But I don't know. I guess for me personally, I do enjoy this a little bit. I don't know. I was expecting like to reignite that. I popped it in DVD. I'm like, all right, I haven't seen this movie in years. I loved it. And then you're watching, you're like, oh wow, this isn't as good as I thought it was. And then I don't know. It's like find out when you first find out Santa Claus isn't real. It's that I had that same feeling right there. I was like, wow, man, Nick Cage. I thought he could act, and I guess he never could. Anyway, we got Jackass the movie. Have Jackass 2. Seen 3 and loved it. Didn't buy it yet. Just didn't have this one, and yeah, just now picked it up. So boom. This one is another one of those that I liked it when it came out. I enjoyed it. Just one of those I wasn't really gonna flock to the stores and buy. Found it for $1, couldn't pass it up. Jeepers Creepers 2. I did like it. It's good. It's good B monster movie fun. This movie I loved, and I was actually kind of surprised I found it up there. The Last Exorcism. Yes, I actually thought this movie was awesome. I'm hearing some really shitty things about part 2, and I assume, I mean, if you guys remember back when I was talking about it, I assumed it would be pretty shitty. So yeah, that's The Last Exorcism right there. All right, these next 3, these are movie. Okay, I'll go through the random music. Go out here. Went ahead and bought the Matrix trilogy. Boom. Buck a piece, so I don't think I actually paid more than $1. Okay, I feel like I have to throw a disclaimer or a reason like why I bought this. Because, like, I don't know, I'm just not huge. Like, as a trilogy, I just don't think this is that big of a deal to me. As a single movie, Matrix 1, I thought it was excellent. I think it is. It's a top-notch fucking movie. I love it. I think it's a really good movie. I recommend it to anybody. It's just damn good. When you get into the other 2, however, not so much. And yeah, I think there are certain scenes in both of these movies that are fucking awesome. Like I remember when I was younger and they came on HBO. This was like my senior year in high school, maybe even after high school. Even I'd be at home. I'd flip through TV and be on HBO. And I remember they played both of them. This one first, obviously. Then, anyways, there'd be certain like if it movie be like I ain't watching this shit again. But there'd be certain scenes that I'd have to watch. Like I'd have to go back or like wait for it's before DVR. I was like I gotta check these scenes out. And like the freeway scene in this one, obviously that's just this one, yeah. Yeah, and the freeway scene is just badass. When he fights like the 100 agents or Agent Smiths, awesome. Fucking, I love that. I think it's in this one where they had a big showdown at the room with there's 2 stairs that go up this way, and they're fucking like cartwheels. I don't know, crazy shit. I love that scene, and I love the scene, like the final battle between him and Agent Smith. Aside from that, though, rest of the movie don't really care for. I'll be honest with you. And once again, I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't a buck. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have paid $5. These are in the $5 bin. In fact, I think I had the whole 4-pack with these 3 and the Animatrix for like $7.50 4-pack, and I wouldn't have bought it for that. Like I literally just I don't give a shit. I found for $1 a piece. And I was like, you know what, $3 for a trilogy. I will pay $3 for a trilogy. That's what I did. So, but yeah, I once again, I just don't think. I don't want to jump on that bandwagon. I don't think Keanu Reeves is that good of an actor. I just don't. Like somehow he keeps falling ass backwards into good roles, but I don't know. And yeah, everybody else does pretty good in here. Special effects are incredible, but I don't know, story-wise, don't give a shit. And then just like making Neo Jesus at the end, I'm just like, really? Yeah, it's a nice little allegory right there. This one I should have had a long time ago. Like I fell in love with this movie the first time I watched it. Mean Streets. Oh, dude, this movie is just. I don't think it's Scorsese's first, or maybe it is his first. I don't think it is. But anyway, it's one of his early ones, and it has Harvey Keitel, Robert De Niro, and dude, it's fucking incredible. Love it. This one actually had like I don't know how many seasons this dude did this, but I got mine to see season 1. I remember I watched this on Comedy Central when it first came out. I enjoyed it. I actually liked the show. They actually had seasons 2 and 3 up there. They was all like $2 a piece. And I was like, I should go ahead and just buy $6 for 3 seasons. That's insane. And I didn't, because I'm just like, well, I can't remember if I liked it that well or not. So I bought season 1, and I'm like, oh, I forgot how funny it was. Like, it is really good. And yeah, I just hadn't had a chance to get, so I didn't get back up there and see if I can find the other 2. I bet they're probably bought out now, but yeah, I enjoy it. I know Carlos gets a lot of hate anymore, but I don't know. I think he's funny. I don't know. I like it. Everybody's like, he's racist. I'm like, who cares? It's funny. If you can laugh, who gives a shit? Here's where I'm going to get shitty now. I'm getting a little pissed off right now thinking about this. Alright, so, bought this online. This was not the bookstore. The only thing out there. Yeah, this is the one I didn't get on the bookstore. Bought this online, and yeah. Excited, I get it. First thing I watch. As soon as I got it, I'm just like, open the shit up, we're gonna watch it. I got the first 2 seasons of MXC, the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. I love this. I used to watch it on Spike TV all the time. I just think it's brilliant. It's childish kind of humor. I love how they dub this little double entendres and sex jokes and just poop humor. It's funny shit. And at the same time, you get to see some crazy fucking wipeouts from these dudes who are like just taking these crazy fucking risks. It's great. So anyways, I'm excited, and I'm all right. Here we go. Got my 2 different seasons, 1 and 2. So I bust out season 1 and I throw disc 1 in there and I'm watching it. Good stuff. All right, throw in disc 2. And I noticed the same previews from disc 1 are on it, and I was like, well, they do that sometimes, I guess. And then I noticed it's disc 1. I'm like, did I put the wrong? No, they sent me 2 disc 1. And it was like wrapped up. I bought it like brand new. Like I'm guessing it was new. It said new when I bought it. So then I emailed the guy back. I'm like, listen, I recently bought MXC 2 disc, or 2 seasons. On my season 1, I got 2 disc 1s. And then I get a reply back that said, well, we have no way of knowing it. You didn't just, switch it or you're trying to scam. I'm like, why would I try to scam you like that? Like, how am I trying to scam you by trying to get a complete one? Like, well, am I hiding disc 2? Like, I just somehow had multiple disc 1. No, that makes no fucking sense. Dick wouldn't get my money back, and I was pissed off. So, yeah, I'm a little angry when it comes to this one. So now I gotta go out and try to find season 1 by itself, just so I can get disc 2 out of that, so I can put it back in this fucker. So, yeah. If I'm a little edgy on this one, I'm sorry, but yeah. A little angry, sorry. Alright, moving right along. This is another movie I thought was really good when I watched it. Nothing spectacular, but I enjoyed it. And I think Kane made a great villain. And of course, you know what I'm talking about, See No Evil. Dude, I mean, because you watch Kane in wrestling. I mean, he's a big guy in wrestling anyway, but, you know, he's up against other big guys. So, I mean, you know, even when he's fighting a wrestler like The Rock or Stone Cold or whatever, they're naturally just big guys too. So, he don't look like he's that monstrous. But you put him against some normal dudes, these little actors, dude, he looks like a fucking just hulking beast, you know. And story-wise, I mean, it's a pretty generic story. I ain't gonna deny that. But I really enjoyed this movie. I thought, I watched it, I was like, you know what? Damn good. It's what I expected, and yeah, I'm cool with it. So, yeah, See No Evil, bought it. Here's another movie I probably watched, since I bought it, I've watched it a million times. Now, when I first watched this movie, I didn't care for it. I'm a huge South Park fan. Like, I love South Park. I remember when I was a kid, the movie came out. Excited to see it. When I was a kid, I just couldn't get it. Like, aside from Rocky Horror, which I have loved since I was a little fan of them, I don't do musicals. I get bored. Like, every time I'm like, basically, like, I remember like when I was a kid, like you'd be at school and, you know, it's like we're watching Lion King or whatever. And I love Lion King. But then, like, the song comes, I'm like, God, really? We're doing another fucking song? Like, can we just do a song? And, like, I guess some of the poppier songs are okay, but then it just, like, does these, like, really shitty fucking slow love ballads. I'm like, fuck. And you know it's going to be, like, 3 to 4 minutes long or longer. And you're just like, God, can we not just get, you know? So I always just like, ugh, when I was younger. And then, same with this. I watched this, I'm like, oh, it's a fucking, because I never really say it's a musical when you watch the trailers or the commercials. But you watch the movie, it's like, oh, wow, it's a fucking musical. And I just didn't like it at all. Came across it, you know, for $1. And of course now, I mean, I still don't do, like, mainstream musicals at all. Like, it has to have some kind of, like, twist to it or whatever. I guess you can say twist, I don't know. Anyway, you know, I don't really like most musicals. But I was like, you know what, let me just check it out again for $1. You know, rent it, and I think I've seen it 4 or 5 times now. Within the last like month and a half, I've literally seen this like 4 or 5 times. Dude, I can't get enough of it. I think it's fucking brilliant. Like, I love the songs in it. Like, now I'm singing along at work. Like, I'm working, I'm building desk, and I'm singing like Uncle Fucker. Cause it's funny shit. I don't know. I love it. Good stuff. Makes me wish they'd make another one. Like, it's just fucking doing another South Park movie, and just, oh, you can do a musical again if you want. I don't give a shit. Finally, I remember somebody reviewing this. It may have been 8 The Chosen One. I'm not for sure. This is back before I even started doing the show. But I remember someone, you know, reviewed this, and they gave it, you know, thumbs up. It had to be 8, but don't quote me on that, because it could have been OD 666. I'm sure it's definitely 6s. Anyways, Trans-Siberian. And I just remember hearing good things about it, and like I said, I just came across it for $1, and I was like, you know what, let me pick it up and buy it, and I did. Hadn't watched it yet, but yeah, that's that right there. So Phantom's fucking back, all right. We're doing this thing. Like I said, there won't be like I guess a legitimate episode. I think about maybe shooting something Saturday anyway. I mean, I won't really have a crew with me, and I didn't really like prepare to do a show this week. I should have, but I didn't. But maybe I'll do something else, like a little bonus thing, or I don't know, just run my mouth in front of the camera like I always do. But next week, guys, we'll have a cast back together. We probably won't have Misery Black for a while because she's got like her plate full again. So, and I'm not sure when we're gonna do the next Misery Mausoleum or Misery Black show, or what the hell we end up calling it. I'm not sure when we're gonna do that again, but I know she's wanting to get back into it, but right now she's just really busy. So. Alright, that's all I got. So, yeah. Got my thank yous out of the way. Showed off the back and my DVD. So, alright, guys. Until next time, I'm fucking out. Later.